we're back.
Hello! I forgot to mute my phone.
Howdy.
Okay, so it won't be going off. Long time no see. It's thinking about it.
Just being slow, huh?
Yep. Technology, gotta love it. Yeah, God, the last time we did a podcast, we were excited for Captain America?
I think we've just seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we talked about how people were not thrilled about the CGI, and we didn't really see too much wrong with it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. The story was good. The CGI wasn't bad. I wish we saw a little bit more of Red Hulk.
Well, that's what most people's complaints were, but, I get it. He's trying to hide the fact that he's Red Hulk. He can't just Hulk out anytime he wants to.
I don't think he knew he was Red Hulk.
No, well, you may be right.
I feel like it took him by surprise.
I don't know. They didn't give a whole lot of the backstory on what happened. But.
So, looking forward to Thunderbolts Sunday.
Yep.
Taking the kiddos to see that.
Yep. Going to see that this weekend. Excited about that. Haven't watched many. I think we've only watched one trailer for it. I've been trying to make sure I don't see a lot of spoilers for it.
Yeah, thankfully they keep showing the same exact trailer at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Or we show up late enough that we don't see it at all.
Or we missed the first couple minutes of the movie.
Yeah. We went to Cancun for a surprise birthday party for a friend of ours.
We couldn't talk about it because we couldn't risk it getting out there and her finding out. So, but now we can.
Yep, it was super fun. Got our passports, and I got mine 2 weeks to the day.
Yep, I got mine 2 weeks and a weekend.
We went on a Friday. I got mine back 2 weeks Friday. You got yours back Monday.
That Monday.
Yeah, so one more business day for a brand new, never had gotten before passport, and 2 weeks to the day for me, a renewal.
And like a month before we were told we were going to get them.
Right, and we did not rush anything, because I remember him asking us, and he said that we'd get it back, mid-March or end of March, and we were like, that's fine.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time.
But we got them back quick.
Good stuff there.
But we had a blast in Cancun. Didn't get to do everything we wanted to do, but...
Yeah, got screwed out of our excursion, and then gave up our other excursion, thinking that we were going to be doing our excursion on Sunday, so left the resort once for a steakhouse birthday party.
Which was amazing.
Dinner. Yes and no. Company included, awesome.
Yes.
Steakhouse was good. Like, I got shrimp risotto.
Your risotto
but
was friggin' delicious.
We waited for forever. Like,
we
waited to sit.
I waited so long I lost my appetite.
Yeah.
We were sat right
relatively
down.
quickly.
Yeah.
It took a while for them to come get our orders. The prices were ridiculous. They were in pesos, so we were
we had to do math on our phone to try to figure out currency exchange. You
and I really wanted to get that. What was it? Australian Wagyu?
Yeah.
Burger steak.
$142 steak.
But thought it was ridiculous to pay $142. But then they were trying to tell us that it was big. And then coming to find out it was only 12 ounces or something.
Something like that.
In hindsight,
12,
I think one of our
10,
friends.
something like that. It wasn't very big.
Yeah. So I'm like, we could not have split. I mean, I guess we could have split 12 ounces because the fillet is, 6 to 8 ounces?
Yeah, well, 5 to 6 ounces. But, I mean, I guess we could have, but neither one of us would have walked away with a full stomach.
Well, hindsight's 20/20, right? If we would have known you would lose your appetite because we had to wait. I mean, our dinner reservations were for, 7? We didn't eat until almost 10.
Yeah. And when we got there wasn't a lot of people there. It was like they were just opening.
I feel like we were the first ones, sat down.
Yeah, well, no, I think there were a couple people sat down already, but it felt like they had just opened the doors.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful place.
It was a really nice place. Literally on a dock on the water.
Yes.
But it was so windy, we had to keep the blinds down so we couldn't even see the view.
Well, we saw it when we first got there.
Yeah, got a bunch of cool photos. And stuff.
We got a bunch of good photos.
To go down.
Enjoyed the resort where we were at.
Yeah, the resort was really nice.
Yep.
Was it Riviera?
Hideaway at Riviera at Royalton.
Yeah, nice place.
Yep.
A lot of it was under construction, though. That was kind of crappy. We had to walk through a building that was completely under construction to get to our building. But we were away from the noise of the pool, away from... Well, the first time we went some long, drawn-out, retarded way, but then we figured out we could get to it right from the pool. Pool room.
I mean, I went that way a couple times after that, too. I mean, I knew I could go a shorter way.
And then our room was backed up to some janitor closet or something, so every morning, like clockwork, 6 a.m., you could just hear them...
Start hearing them moving
throwing
carts
stuff into
and
the
stuff.
wall, hitting doors.
Yep, good times. Yeah.
Hit and miss. Then they found out that all of our friends that we went with paid significantly cheaper
lower than us,
or less than we paid. So
a
that was
lot
frustrating.
lower.
our first vacation in 2 years, had to save for it forever. We're still making payments on it.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it would have been like 50% cheaper.
God.
Live and learn. But we signed up for the vacation deal. Hopefully that's not complete crap. And
I mean,
we'll start
everything
traveling
seems nice. So
more. Next stop is Dominican Republic.
well, I mean,
Hopefully.
maybe Key West.
Maybe Key West.
Maybe Key
Maybe
West.
a short little getaway to St. Augustine.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, can't complain too much.
No,
It
had a
was
good
a
time.
nice.
Yeah. You got some
we
dancing
vacationed
in.
well.
You became star of the show. You and
Backup
Lugo.
dancer. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
backup dancers. Fun times. Got a friendship bracelet. Still have it. Yeah, I was teaching the staff English, and they were trying to teach you Spanish.
Yeah, it didn't work. I already forgot everything they tried to teach me. I told you it wouldn't work.
Yep. Yep. But all in all, good time. Kids stayed home. Our friend looked after them, made sure
Yep.
that they didn't burn the house down or
Thank you, Nia.
kill each other. Yeah. Special shout out. But
Yep.
yeah. So school year's coming to an end. The kiddos have a spring concert coming up next Friday.
Yep.
Speaking of,
Next
okay.
Friday.
Here.
I don't know, we hadn't got a notification yet. So as far as I can tell,
Graduations
that's
are
good.
around the corner. Lots of stuff going on. Our birthdays are next month. It's
Yep.
officially May 1st, so 6 weeks till our birthdays.
Yep, something like
It
that.
would have been nice to do something for our birthdays, but apparently we need to pay down this vacation
Package.
in order to get to the perks of it,
Yeah.
which
I mean, it kind of makes sense. They don't want you to start using the perks and then just decide you don't want to pay for it anymore, and they're out of a bunch of money.
I mean, yeah.
You know, so I get it. They're wanting you to do at least half the commitment.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll get it. We'll take care of it. Hopefully
Sucks,
I'll
we got
have
2
some
more
more
payments of-
handyman jobs that
Yeah.
come up, and, you know.
Yeah, we're working together full time.
Yep.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that was a thing.
I
before.
think it was.
I don't
think it
know.
was.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, so him and I work together. We're cleaning 2 houses a day, and somehow, some way, somebody will cancel or have to reschedule, and someone is there somehow by the grace of
It's worked
I
out.
don't know, Baby Yoda. That we
Thank Baby Yoda.
thank you, Baby Yoda.
Real
We'll
good.
get we get it filled. So word of
Yeah.
mouth is awesome. My clients are awesome. You know, we set a goal for ourselves, and we've been
Pretty close to it every day, if not passing.
yeah, we're averaging pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing is, you know, trying to look into the future to buy a house, you know, we found out that there's always a hurdle. Like, I've complained about it time and time again. You need 3 things, right? You need verifiable income, money saved for down payment and closing costs and whatnot, and you need good credit, at least a 620. And I've always had 2 of the 3. Or in some cases, only 1 of the 3. And it's so frustrating because, you know, rent just keeps going up. The cost of living is still, you know, I wouldn't say the cost of living is going up, but it's staying.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
I don't
much
see-
stuck where it's at.
I don't see rent dropping back down again. Like, they've already set the bar this high. I don't see them being like, oh, okay, well, you know, now the market will reduce it.
I mean, that
Maybe,
depends.
I hope.
I feel like if the housing market crashes, house prices drop,
Yeah.
the only way people are going to get people to rent is by dropping
Yeah.
rent.
Or doing really
Otherwise,
crazy
they can
deals,
just
like
go.
first month's rent free or
Right.
something. But that doesn't help us. Like, we're established in a
locked in,
place,
right.
but
I mean,
sometime
but that
this
gives
month-
us the option. If rent starts dropping everywhere, that gives us the option to say, "Hey, you either drop our rent or we leave."
I know, but then we gotta come up with first, last, deposit. Like,
And if
either
we,
way,
if
I
we
feel
have
like
to
we're
do
being
it, I don't
held by
think
the
it-
balls.
And that's true. That's true. But either, I mean, no matter what, we'd figure it.
Yeah. So, like, come to find out, because you're not W-2 now, you're 1099. You would
Yeah.
have to work with me
2
for 2
years.
years,
2
or go
whole
back to
years.
working with someone. And as far as I'm concerned, that's off the table. Like, I'm not waiting 2 years of you working with me, but I'm damn sure not losing you because we are doing so good, and I've got 2 clients established a day. I can't physically
Yeah, you'd
clean
have
2
to cut
houses
back
a day.
to
I
one
would,
house a day.
Yeah. And then, you know, what happens with that? Like, I don't want to lose those clients. Like, we've developed a relationship with them. We've been working together full time since February. And I don't know, it's like my credit is still trying to bounce back after buying the car,
Yep.
which just puts me back in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I went, how do you show up to a dealership with a pre-approval letter for this amount, this percentage, this monthly? Actually, I don't
I
know,
mean,
broke
it
down
wasn't
the monthly
just
payment.
that though. I'd say buying the car definitely caused a ripple effect, but I feel like it was because you put that much onto your credit. The credit card companies saw that and were like, "Oh, she's overextending herself. We got to cut her limit."
Was it me overextending
No,
myself,
it
or was
wasn't.
it them
That's-
being mad at me because I was
Oh,
taking
I mean-
advantage of the zero APR
Yeah,
for
that's
6
probably
months
the
and
case.
like doubling up and tripling up payments? So they saw, you know what? This isn't working out for us. Like we're not going to make any additional money on her.
Well, yeah, because it happened in November. They told us when they took you off of that zero interest thing.
Oh, so that was before I bought the car?
Yeah, it
'Cause
was
I bought
before
the
you
car
bought
in
the
January.
car.
But I didn't know that. I wasn't notified of it. I had no idea
Right.
it was happening. I don't know. All I know
Either
is
way.
Synchrony Bank is crap. I'm never getting a credit card with them ever again. One of them I've already paid down and stopped using. Another card, they closed it, but I still have an open, I don't want to say line of credit. I have an open bill that I owe them. Like I almost
Yeah.
want, like I want to talk to somebody and be like, they chose to drop my limit down and they closed the car. Am I still responsible for this? Because I didn't ask for any of this to be done and I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
For
No,
it
you
to
were
happen.
making all your payments on time, and you were paying more than what you were supposed to.
Yeah, but because I didn't go crazy and balls to the wall and spend the $7,000 or $9,000 limit that they gave me, they punished me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way. So, here we are again. We're building a savings. He's got his credit up to good standing. I'm slowly but surely, because I'm a year out, almost a year and a half out. So, those things are dropping off my credit from buying this car.
Yep.
But it's like, we're supposed to renew our lease sometime this month, maybe June, and I don't know what we're going to be doing because I'm scared she's going to raise it again. Like,
Yep.
what's to stop her?
Yeah.
And it sucks because what are you doing to justify you raising my rent?
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
still
I could
rocking out the same
understand-
carpet when I moved in 13 years ago.
Yeah.
It's the same paint.
I could understand if they were willing to come in and do some, not even massive renovations.
You're trying to bring it up to market value.
redo the
number
damn kitchen.
wise.
Redo the damn kitchen.
Something, yeah.
Just please, for the love of
Or
God, redo the kitchen. The kitchen is
Lower
shit.
our rent back down
Yeah, let us do it.
and let us renovate it. Just give us the supplies. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to go into the office and have a talk with them and kind of plead my case because it's ridiculous. I can't afford to rent. I can't afford to buy. We can't afford to rent. We can't afford to buy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to keep going up.
It is. It is. What can you do, though?
Complain about it on our podcast.
Well, that's what we're doing right now. I mean, I suppose you could go, like, set fire to buildings or something, but what's the point in that?
That's not going to help.
No.
No. So, I mean, I don't know. Just keep trucking. Keep working on the business. Keep acquiring clients. Keep filling up our schedule. Trying to keep putting money aside. Hopefully because it went up $100 last year, she won't raise it again this year. Fingers crossed. She hasn't had to do any crazy.
last year, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
125.
125. She wanted to raise it 200.
Yep.
I don't know. Just squirrel money away, pay down these credit cards. Pay off the couch, pay off the bed, pay off the washer and dryer, and that would free up, God, $400 a month.
Yeah.
Like just off the top
Somewhere
of my head.
around there, yeah.
And put that into a savings account. 400. So worst case, if we got to stay here until August of 26, then hopefully we'll have like a nice little piggy bank of a couple grand, and finally buy a house. Like, I am going to be 45 next month, and I have never owned a home.
I've only owned homes because I got lucky.
Yeah, rebuilding my life after divorces and bad relationships over and over and over again, and I have barely anything to show for it.
It'll definitely take it away from me.
Yep. So, anyways, happier things. What happy stuff we have going on? I mean, other than the business going really well. Like, how nice is it that we wake up at 9 a.m., kind of, hang out at the table, drink our coffee, eat our breakfast, shoot the shit for an hour, get to work at 11,
and then home.
Tag teaming houses.
3:30,
We've
4
got it down
o'clock.
to a pretty good science. Each house is about 2 hours with us doing it. So
Well, depending
working
on the house.
4 to 5 hours, yeah.
Because we've got one house that takes us 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Working 4 hours a day and still making about the same money as when you were killing yourself for 10 hours. I think that's a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah.
And you get to grab your boss's butt.
I get to grab my boss's butt, which is great. And occasionally she grabs mine, which I've gone to HR about. And they don't think I have a very strong case.
Nah. That seems really cheesy. Try again. Yep. So the kids should be home soon, so we might have to cut it short today. But I'm just glad to get back on here and, you know, trying to build this. I want to start doing this on a weekly basis, if not maybe twice a week, and try to make this like a side gig, like make some money off of it. Maybe like our vacation money can come from here. Like, I don't know. I feel like
I mean, it'd be nice because I'm sure
we've got stuff to say.
a lot of people out there have a lot more money than we do. You know, I mean, not saying that they should pay for my lifestyle or anything, but
lifestyle.
a little bit of help. I don't know. I constantly keep thinking about Joe Coy when I hear that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the song, I don't know who it's by, and I damn sure don't know the words. It doesn't appear that anybody does.
No. Those mumble rappers.
I mean, there may not be any words.
My soon-to-be 14-year-old still says to me this day that our music, you know, growing up in the 90s, 2000s, is better than most of the stuff that is coming out in his lifetime.
I agree. I mean, I think the 90s, late 80s, 90s and up into the early 2000s, we definitely had the best music.
Yeah.
It's
Rappers
arguable
told
we had some of the
stories,
best
everything that they were
movies.
saying.
We had some really good movies
We
in
had
that time.
so many good movies that came out in the 90s. And I've shown Christian a lot of them.
Yeah, and even he likes them.
Yeah, like I'd sit him down and be like, all right, you know, we're going to binge watch all the Sandlots and all the Ace Venturas.
I still haven't seen all the Sandlots. I've only seen the first one, and the first one's an absolute classic.
The first one is so good. The second one's okay. I think the third one's
Yeah, that's why I
Girls.
never saw them. Because it seemed to me like if I watched it and it didn't live up to the standards of the first one, it was going to give me a negative view of the first one, and I didn't want that.
I saw a couple movies with you for the first time.
You saw Pumpkinhead, but that was 80s.
But it still kind of held
Held
up.
up,
No,
yeah.
What is it that we watched recently? Ernest movies.
Oh, that was 80s too.
Like, that wasn't really my dad's wheelhouse, so never really watched it growing up. Oh, and The Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah. She'd never seen Christmas Story.
Yeah. Was it You Shoot Your Eye Out?
Yeah.
All of these memes and gifts, you know, around the holidays that people would reference or whatever, and I had no idea what was going on because I grew up watching Scrooged.
Which, I mean,
in my
that's
house,
also a classic.
And Die Hard.
But
Die Hard
you
and
gotta
Scrooged.
watch all of them.
I guess Mom never had control of the controller.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
It was like
that is just insane.
Whatever my dad watched, but me and my dad have the very similar sense of humor. So like,
Yeah, but everybody likes a Christmas Story. Like,
it was okay, but
it's a
I
good
bet you
Christmas
if I
movie.
would have seen it, you know,
oh yeah, you'd love it. I mean,
when I was younger, it would.
I mean, I'm just saying it's okay
Like
for
Princess
a movie.
Bride is okay.
No,
I
Princess
don't
Bride
get
is
that.
fantastic.
But again, didn't
How
watch it
dare
until.
you.
Did you and I watch it? Like, I watched it the first time with you, just maybe
I
a
believe
year ago
so,
or
yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's good, but
Hater.
I don't have that.
She's a hater.
I don't have that, I guess, relationship with it growing up, like going back and
nostalgia.
remembering.
You don't
I
have the
remember 15,
nostalgia
you know,
of it.
watching it and thinking this was.
Well, I mean, what
so
about
great.
Labyrinth? What if you watched Labyrinth right now? Would you have that with Labyrinth? You saw it when you were a kid,
I
right?
saw it once,
Oh,
yeah.
just once.
and I just remember it being weird.
Well, what about Goonies?
I love Goonies.
All right.
We watched that the other night.
Yeah, but
preparing
if you
for
show it
trivia,
to a kid nowadays,
and
they'll
never
be like,
even
"This
went-
is just dumb."
I know. I was sad that Christian and Cadence didn't want to
I
watch
know,
it
I
with
was
us. I
too.
really thought that
I
they were
thought-
going
I
to
thought
watch
they
it.
would,
I
too.
thought Cadence wanted to go to trivia
She
with
did
us.
want to go to trivia with us, but I mean, we ended up not going. But
Yeah, we didn't.
regardless, like she wanted to go with us, but didn't want to watch the movie with us,
Yeah.
and I was a little upset about that. But we did learn a fascinating fact about the movie,
Yeah.
which we already knew that the guy who played Sloth,
Mhm.
John Matuzak,
Yeah.
was a former Raider.
Player. Yep.
But I never realized he's wearing a Raiders shirt.
Over the Superman shirt. I remember the Superman shirt.
Yes, everybody remembers
it was
when
the
he rips
Raiders
it off.
shirt that he
Right,
rips
everybody
off.
remembers him ripping the shirt off. Nobody remembers the shirt.
We were watching something the other day, and it was like, or maybe I was listening to a book, and it was like people's memories are only reliable up to like the last memory of that memory.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, he was wearing like a plaid shirt over the Superman shirt, and he ripped that
I'm pretty
open.
sure I knew it wasn't plaid.
Yeah, I think he might have 3 shirts on. He might have a plaid shirt over the Raider shirt over
He's
the
got
Superman
like a
shirt.
jacket on.
Maybe that's what it was. So yeah, so we're watching the movie and I'm like, pause it, because you didn't even notice it, and I was like, go back, and I was like, he's wearing a Raider shirt, and you were like, what? No, he's wearing. I think you even said no, he's wearing a Superman shirt, and sure enough, we rounded. I took a picture, I posted it, and I was just like, I was today years old.
It's funny.
I've seen this movie 5 times, if not
I've
more,
seen that movie
and have
so
never
many
noticed
times.
it.
But it's funny because as soon as you posted it, everybody started saying something about Lyle Alzado.
Oh, and that's who I always
That is
pictured
not Lyle
under the mask.
Alzado. Lyle Alzado was in Ernest Saves Camp.
Yeah, and it's funny because with them, I couldn't remember the names of the guys, but I always pictured Lyle Alzado underneath the mask.
Oh yeah, it's not
in the movie, and then you were like, no, that's this other guy,
Matuzek.
But yeah, how freaking crazy! Like a movie we've seen over and over and over again as children, and just
it's just
never.
funny when you're a kid, you don't look for things like that.
Yeah. But I notice it a lot.
A movie is just a movie.
Yeah.
And eventually you get to the point where you start realizing there's stuff in there that I did not see.
Yeah. I mean, I guess pays attention to what people are wearing.
That's what I'm saying.
Another thing we started watching just last night was the scary movies, preparing for the new scary movie. And I don't know if you looked it up, but I thought we got excited about a scary movie coming out because the Wayans are behind it. But you're saying you don't remember if the Wayans are behind the new one.
No, they are going to be behind the new one. Yes.
Okay. So
at least that's the rumor.
Yeah.
I sure as hell hope so.
Because the first 2 were funny. They were good. They were. I remember watching those.
They were stupid.
We skipped
but they were great.
3 and 4 for some reason and watched 5.
Garbage.
But couldn't remember who was behind 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
But Anna Faris?
Yeah, Anna Faris is still in
all
3
of
and
them.
4. She wasn't in 5, was she? They had some new girl.
Wasn't 5 the one where they went to that haunted house, kind of like the Clue Mansion or something,
that
and
was
it had
2.
a Tim Curry?
That was 2.
Yeah, that was part 2.
Yeah.
The way. Oh my gosh.
Like
we watched 3 scary movies last night. They're all starting to melt together now.
5 was the one where Charlie Sheen dies at the beginning.
And the husband and wife are taking
Simon
care of
Rex.
3 kids. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my bad.
The mama.
Yeah, so Anna Faris is not in the 5th one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. There's so many movies that are coming out now 28 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's been years since 28 weeks later. It's been a million years since Scary Movie. It was 30 years in between the Beetlejuices.
Yep.
What else is coming out? Oh, Accountant 2.
Yep. We just
saw
went and saw that.
Yeah.
It was good.
But the Accountant 1 was what,
2009, I think.
Yeah. Holy crap! So further
2011.
Yeah.
One of those 2. It was pretty
so
far
like
back.
15 years in between them. Like,
yeah.
Holy crap! But still completely hold up. Like we rewatched The Accountant and kind of study guide. Yeah, for part 2 because I couldn't really remember the ins and outs of the relationship between the 2. Like you couldn't remember either. I was like, I feel like these guys are working for opposing sides and don't know it yet. And you were like,
well, they weren't. They were working for the same side to start off with. Yeah, they were. He was the one that was finding the shit out, and then they were sending in his brother to take out the targets. But then when they sent, like once he figured the shit out, they sent his brother to kill him, and that's when
her.
Yeah. But he was working for them to begin with.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They were working for the same person, but once he found stuff out, the company looked at him like he's a loose end. Yeah. And so they sent his brother, their hit team.
You know, you and I were talking about it. Personally, I don't know Ben Affleck all that well. Like, the ins and outs of him and Jennifer Aniston and him and Jennifer...
Jennifer Gardner, not Jennifer Aniston.
Not Jennifer Aniston, sorry. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, and Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah. I don't know the situation between them. I don't know why they broke up and went back together or whatever, but he is a damn good actor. Like, he played...
He's a good actor. Yeah.
Somebody on the spectrum, so I fully believed it. That would have been the first movie I'd ever seen that man in. I would have thought, like, man, for someone with autism,
well, I mean,
high functioning autism,
yeah,
he's really good.
Well, I mean, he's always been good at acting. Like in everything he's been in, he's been a good. All right, so sorry about that.
Put the pen down.
I'm going to put the pen down. That was entirely my fault.
This idiot took a screenshot of the video we were taking. Apparently,
anyway,
the recording.
Let's move on. Back to.
Anyways, Ben Affleck's a freaking amazing actor.
Yeah.
Like going back, like, because I always remember him in these roles where he's kind of like a goofy shithead.
Like what?
Dogma.
Yes, Dogma. He was
all those other like
fantastic
Chasing Amy and
Mallrats. Yeah.
Going back to them, and when I heard he was going to be Batman, I was like, ugh, I don't know, because I felt like Daredevil wasn't a strong character. portrayal
feel
either.
like
But
that
was
was
it
just
writing?
bad writing.
Was it directing?
Yeah, that was
Right.
not a good movie.
Like I remember that Daredevil with him and Jennifer Gardner being
yeah.
Elektra. I just remember being like, I kind of left the theater like.
Yeah, that was just a bad
more?
movie. That was just a bad movie. I mean, I don't know that he played the part
well or not.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But
he
ended up doing
seemed
good.
all right.
He was
but
definitely
the movie was just so bad.
a
It was
doom
hard
and
to
gloom Batman. Whereas,
Yes.
we've talked about this with several of our friends. Bruce Wayne is this energetic, charismatic, like guy, like with
Playboy.
money, like playboy.
He's a playboy.
And
Yeah.
Batman is this revengeful,
Broody.
broody,
Yeah, always dark.
dark guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ben Affleck did Bruce Wayne and Batman in the same
Right. That's
way.
why I say Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck was the best both.
Yeah. Well,
Because I wasn't buying Michael Keaton as the playboy type.
yeah. Because he's kind of silly too.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. And
And we found out so many things about him and Beetlejuice. Because I remember we were studying a lot.
Yeah,
for,
we were doing the trivia.
there was a lot of trivia coming
Yeah.
out, and then in anticipation of the second one, come to find out that the movie's called Beetlejuice,
He's only
but he
in it for
spent like 17 minutes in the
Yeah.
movie and ad-libbed 100% of his lines. Right, like it was all like just get him in front of the camera and see what he does,
Yeah.
and
It worked. It
Yeah.
sure worked.
the second one. I don't know about the improvisation. We
Yeah.
never really
He
broke
was-
it
he
down
was in the
or
movie
looked
a
at
lot
it, but
more.
he was in the movie a
A
lot more.
Yeah. So
Like, a lot
there
more.
was probably more of script. I'm sure he did some improv on that. But there was
sure.
probably more of a script for the second one.
Yeah, and it was cute. It was really good. We ended up seeing it twice.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. But yeah, Multiplicity. Like I think that's one of my
He was
favorite
fantastic
movies.
in that movie. He was
I
so
think
good
that
in that
is
movie.
still hands down one of my favorite
Yeah,
movies
it was
of his because
that movie was so funny.
he did so. And I want to go back and I want to dissect all of his movies because how much of that was improv, like how much of that was because he played all the duplicates.
Yeah.
The what is it? I can't think of the word. Well, the clones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And each one were completely different from the next. Like there
Yep.
wasn't any two that were somewhat similar. Kind of
And they even addressed the cloning a clone thing. So I thought,
making it dumber.
yeah, I thought that was.
I like pizza.
I kept calling him Steve.
He was so good. And then what was it? Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, he was
Another
good
good
in
one.
that.
Yeah. So it's silly. Like and again.
I mean, he was fantastic in the other guys.
I don't remember.
He
that
was
was
the-
the animated where there
no.
were dogs or something.
No, that was the Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell.
Kids are on.
Yeah, kids are on.
Well, I guess we'll splice this together and try to make some time to do an actual good
Oh God!
Hi.
Hello. Have a good one.
Ow.
Not gonna say